What is going on, Nitrosites? It is your boy, the Dice Show General here, and welcome back to another video. Now, yes, my beard is a lot shorter from the last time I made a video, so there's that. But also, I did say that there would be one or two more videos up last week, and I apologize because the last video went up over a week ago, and it went up at like midnight too, which was strange because I never really record that late. So I did say there was going to be videos Thursday night and Friday night, or one of the two, and there was neither. Well, Thursday night I actually got extremely busy and I couldn't record a video for you guys that night. And then Friday I was actually in the process of recording another episode of the Max Raid battles, and about halfway through it I got cut off because one of the people in my house was injured and I had to run to the store to get stuff to help with the wound. So I was cut short from that, and I didn't have time to record another video for you guys. So I do apologize for that. I know I did say that there was gonna be more videos here in the quarantine, but this last week has been strangely busy and off for me, I guess. So I do apologize for that. And there will be more videos. Hopefully there'll be another one tomorrow night to make up for that. But we'll see. So slap a like and subscribe because there will be some more content coming soon. There isn't like an official like recording video today of like another episode of the tier list or anything, just because I'm a little short for time tonight too. But I wanted to get a video out for you guys. Yeah. So yeah. This is the last week. If you guys want to join the NPBA, which is my Pokemon Draft League, you can join up until whatever date, but I'm going to be posting it on a server tomorrow. Friday, I'm going to be posting it on a server tomorrow, and there will probably be a lot of people joining. So if you do want to make sure you get a spot in it, go check out one of the other videos I posted going over that, and you can click on the Discord server link in there. It's completely free. All you need is the Switch and a Pokemon Sword and Shield game. Once you get over there, you just click on the server and then message me or post in there and just be like, hey, I want to join, and I'll be like, all right, yeah, that's cool. So if you do want to do that, let me know. But other than that, guys, let's get into this video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 Pokemon that I never used before, that I want to use. And I'm talking about like on playthroughs, not competitive, because some of these Pokemon, there's a reason I haven't used them before. But I'm going to be leaving most Pokemon out from the new Sword and Shield out of this list because I am currently playing through my 6th playthrough of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I've used a lot of Pokemon, but there's still a lot that I haven't got to use yet. Like I haven't used Double yet, I haven't used Thievul yet, I haven't used Alcremie yet. Like there's a lot of Pokemon in there that I haven't used yet. So rather than fill this entire list with all these new Pokemon, there will only be one list of the Pokemon that I want to use the most out of the new generation that I haven't used already, and then the rest will be from other ones. So if you have been playing Pokemon for as long as I have, like 20 years, then you know that, you're playing through a Pokemon game multiple times. You tend to use Pokemon that you haven't used before. And I have always bragged about I've used almost every Pokemon in a playthrough. And I pretty much used almost every Pokemon in a playthrough before. I tend to breed Pokemon in my main game for playthroughs, and then I transfer them over and use them in a playthrough of the game. That way I can have certain Pokemon that are hard to get or aren't accessible until late game, early in the game, just so I can play through the game with them and try them out. But there are still a lot of Pokemon that I haven't got to try out yet, and that's why I'm deciding to make this video. So coming in at the number 5 spot, and is the one Pokemon or multiple Pokemon. I think the plural Pokemon is Pokemon, but Pokemon. Yes. No, I always hated. My grandmother always used to be like, do you want Pokemon cards for Christmas? And I feel like it's Pokemon, Grandma, and she would always get it wrong. But yeah, so coming in number 5 spot is actually the fossils from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Arctozol, Arctovish, Draga. I cannot remember what all their names are. I have them all nicknamed, so that's probably why. Dracovish, Dragazol, Arctovish, and Arctozol. There we go. So I got them. I haven't used any of them on a playthrough team yet. Obviously I've used Dracovish competitively because we all know how great Dracovish is competitively. But I haven't actually got to use them on a playthrough yet, and I really want to use like Dragazol or Dracovish on a playthrough team, or Arctovish. I don't really care about Arctozol too much. I don't really like the design of Arctozol, but yeah, so I really, really want to use them on a playthrough team, and I haven't yet. So that's why coming into number 5 spot are the fossils. Now, the rest of these Pokemon are relatively new, so from Gen 5 up, because any of the Pokemon before that, I've used 99% of them, so it was hard for me to go through there and pick any of those, because up until then, I have used those Pokemon so much. So, coming in at the number 4 spot is a Pokemon from Sun and Moon, the only Pokemon from Sun and Moon in this, and that is Minior. Now, I gained a lot of love from Minior when it got the new shinies in Pokemon Home, which if you guys haven't seen those yet, I did a video not too long ago going over shiny Pokemon that you probably have never seen before. So if you want to go check that out, I did cover all the different colors of shiny Minior in Pokemon Home, because every color is a different shiny form-ish. So if you want to check that out, go check out that video. Slap a like too. So Minior is a really, really cool Pokemon, and it's got the ability, obviously it's got the signature ability Shields Down, which when it activates this ability, it lowers its defense but increases its speed, kind of like Weak Armor, I think. I could be wrong. Or no, I don't really think it lowers anything. I think it just automatically changes the stats a little bit, kind of like Morpiko's ability. So basically that's what it does. So obviously when it's hit once, it goes down to the Shields Down version, and you have the different colors of the Minior, and I think it would be really, really cool to use a Minior. I mean, Rock Flying is a super cool typing, and a lot of Pokemon don't get that fly. Like, if they don't look like they get a certain typing, usually they don't get it. Like, you don't see Machamp getting the flying. So when I see Minior, I'd be like, oh, that's a rock type Pokemon. But what you don't know is it's the flying type too. So I think it's really cool. I think it's flying because it's based off of Meteor, obviously. Minior, like a mini Meteor or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so it's super cool to see these Pokemon in battle anyways, because of all the different colors, and I would love to use one in a playthrough. Obviously can't in Sword and Shield because they're not in Sword and Shield, but if I ever do play through Pokemon Sun and Moon again, which I will be using a Minior, because I don't know, it's just really interesting to me to try to use one of those on a team. Now, coming in at the next spot is a Pokemon Black and White Pokemon that I haven't, well, I guess all the rest are from Pokemon Black and White. No, I missed one from Pokemon X and Y, so we'll go over that one now. So, the Pokemon from X and Y, I have played through that game so many times because there were so many Pokemon that I didn't want to try to level up, so I would just breed them and then transfer them over to another version of the game and then play through. Actually, fun fact, I had a Pokemon X and Y was the first game that I legitimately leveled an entire team, a playthrough team, to level 100. Well, I had, okay, let's see if I can remember this off the top of my head, because I always miss one. It was Greninja, Charizard, Mewtwo, Zygarde, Raichu, and Lucario. I got all 6. And they were all level 100 except for Zygarde, who was level 99. And that was the game that I was trying to complete the Pokedex in. And so I transferred Pokemon over through Pokemon Home to Pokemon X, because Pokemon Y was my main game. And then I restarted the game. or I was going to transfer them over, and then I restarted the game so I could get up to the point where I get the Pokedex, and I accidentally restarted Pokemon Y instead of Pokemon X, and I lost that entire team. All those Pokemon that I worked so hard to get to level 100, all of the Pokemon that I had, all of the shiny Pokemon that I had in that game, which I think there was just one shiny Lickitung, which actually, that shiny Lickitung is the picture on my channel, because that was my first wild shiny Pokemon that I found. First full odds wild shiny Pokemon that I found in the wild. So, and they're all completely gone because I was an idiot and restarted the wrong game. So there's a fun fact for you guys. But the Pokemon in Pokemon X and Y that I haven't used yet is Dragalge. Now, I loved Dragalge. I loved the design and everything, but you could only get Scraup by using the Super Rod in some different locations. And when I played through that game, most of the time I used Froakie as a starter because I hate Delphox. I absolutely hate Delphox. And, I mean, Chespin's kind of cool, so I've used Chespin and I've used Froakie, but most of the time I used Froakie. And playing through those games, I never had a need for a second water type. So I never picked up Dragalge, which is... No, it's not even a water type. It's Dragon Poison, I think. Not Water Poison. But, yeah, so I just never used them. And I had a Dragalge, and I never had the sense of trying to use one on a playthrough team, because in that point, any Pokemon that I was training up were Pokemon that I didn't currently have. And I had a Dragalge. I actually had a shiny one that I got from trade from somebody. So I had no need to use it. And then so Sun and Moon came out, and also Sun and Moon, and I just never ended up using Dragalge. But I loved Dragalge for a while. It was one of my favorite Pokemon X and Y Pokemon. So I think it'd be a really, really interesting Pokemon to use. So yeah, so there's that. So that's why Dragalge is coming in at the number 3 spot on this list. Coming in at the number 4 spot, these last two are from Pokemon Black and White, and as you guys know, Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2 are my least favorite Pokemon games, so I haven't played through them a ton, which means I haven't got the chance to use a lot of the Pokemon. Now, most of them I have, I've used Darmanitan a lot, I have used Mienshao a lot, Reinculus a lot, I've used all of the starters at one point, which, by the way, Emboar is no longer in my top 5 least favorite Pokemon because it's grown on me. But, yeah, so I've used them all in that generation. So, but there are a few that I didn't because of the difficulty to evolve them or just the difficulty to get them. And the difficulty to get this Pokemon was that I think it was one place that you could get it, and I never use this typing much, and that is Behem. Now, it's obviously a very forgettable Pokemon, but it is a psychic Pokemon, and I really like the shiny too, but for some reason it was never anything that I ever wanted to use for some reason. It was I don't know. It's just some reason. I mean, it looks like a cool Pokemon. It's a really, really cool design. It hits decently hard. It's simple as the ability. It's a decent Pokemon, but I've just never thought about using it in a playthrough team, I guess. And I think you could only get an LGM farther into the game, if I remember right. So by that time, I already had a full team, or I had other Pokemon that I wanted, and I already had a Psychic type, or a Fighting type, or something, or a Flying type. Usually I do Psychic or Flying. So I already had something like that, so I never used it in a playthrough. But I've always thought it would be an interesting Pokemon to use, so I was like, yeah, why not? And then I have seen a lot of people talking about it being decently competitive in these new games, so I was like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a shot at some point. Maybe I'll do a Pokemon Sword and Shield playthrough with Behem in it, because I think that would be decently cool to try out. So I'm just looking, because one of my fish is acting kind of weird. It's my favorite one, and I really hope he's not going to die. But, alright, so coming at the number 1 spot, and Pokemon that I love these Pokemon. Like, these are some of my favorite Pokemon, but I never use them in the playthrough team because of the, I'm grouping two of them together because the method to get them is the exact same. And if you guys know anything about Pokemon Black and White, you probably know which ones I'm talking about. And I'm going to forget the name of one of these Pokemon. I know I am. And I don't know why whenever I make a Pokemon video like this, I draw a blank. But coming in at the number one spot in the Pokemon I want to use most is Escavalier and the one that evolves from Shelmet. Oh my god, really? I cannot think of it. But basically, in order to evolve them, you have to trade Karrablast and Shelmet together. When you do that, then they'll evolve into a Selgor and a Escavalier. Yes. So my Selgor is named Barry Allen because if you guys didn't know, it's one of the fastest Pokemon. So yeah, I love these Pokemon. Escavalier is one of my favorite Generation 5 Pokemon. So, you know, I've always wanted to use one on a playthrough team, but it's always been very impractical because in order to do that, you have to find somebody to trade a Karrablast and a Shelmet with to evolve them. So, and they're both bug types, so, you know, I may do a mono-type playthrough in the future, and if I do that, I think I'll use both Escavalier and Selgor because they're both really cool Pokemon, and Escavalier is an amazing typing with Steel, so, but they're just super cool Pokemon that I just never got the chance to use. And just purely the fact that I want to use them is because they're so cool. You know, Escavalier hits super hard, and a Selgor is just so fast. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So, in order, it's the Pokemon fossils from Sword and Shield. Minior, Dragalge, Behem, and Escalibur, and Escavalier. So, yeah. But that is it for today's video, guys. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, slap a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell, everything like that, all that good stuff. And I will hopefully have another video out for you guys tomorrow, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll have time. But yeah, like I said, if you want to join the NPBA, just go check out one of the other videos. But other than that, guys, that is it from me. And like I say at the end of every video, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next. Nature General out. Peace.